Hello, let's make a painting. I'm gonna start putting all over the place and let's put water on the glass and the paper. And now we're gonna put water all over the place. There you go. Now, I noticed in the beginning actually, it's a lot of water in the middle and in the top, and bottom left and bottom right. It's not like it's dry. So I will try to mimic that and see what the painting is gonna turn out. I'm gonna put some orange, as you see, in a V shape. Maybe that's gonna be some kind of a bushes. We will see about that. Maybe some gold green. Up and down lines. Maybe. Yeah, up and down. Let's go up and down with gold green. And they're gonna go in the middle. So I guess I can emphasize on that V shape that we established earlier with the orange. Alrighty. I'm gonna take some paint and put it on my brush, dark blue, and just move it around. And try to make some kind of heavy clouds, maybe? I'm not sure if it's gonna even have clouds. Let's try to see. And I'm gonna again, I'm gonna mimic that V shape with the dark colors in the sky. Maybe some brown. Let's see. I'm just gonna prepare the brown, light brown and dark brown. That's look enough. Dark, maybe a little bit darker. And I'm gonna emphasize the V shape, and I'm gonna keep this light in the middle like a path. Maybe it's gonna be a road, we'll see. Maybe it's a landscape in some kind of a park. I'm just gonna prepare it on left and right. Just keep adding brown, maybe some black paint mixed with brown so I can have even better contrast. Maybe that's too black. Keep adding more and more. Now for the sky, I feel like that's more than enough because I'm gonna put all the attention on the foreground and maybe a little bit on the midground. But it feels like it's gonna be super busy on the foreground. And I'm gonna make this kind of paddles of dark paint so I can prepare that later for making some plants. We'll see about that. I'm gonna put some paint directly on the brush again. Emphasize a little bit more on the sky. And the only reason I'm doing that is because we have way too dark spots on the foreground, so I feel like it's something need to be balanced, that thing. So that's gonna be the three dark spots on the sky. And I'm gonna take some clear water and try to kind of blend them with the rest of the sky, so they don't look strange and lonely up there. Yeah, and I will just let the water do her stuff. Yeah, maybe a little bit there too. A little bit more black. I'm gonna put in the middle. I was thinking first to emphasize a little bit more on the orange horizon, but then I feel like now it's way better to make some kind of river in the middle. So we're gonna get rid of the road of the pad in the middle, and we're gonna make a river. Just light blue transforming in a dark blue as far as it's going the horizon. Take the palette knife and maybe push it up a little bit. I really want this middle part where is the river coming to be like very light, so we can have a nice pattern of cold, dark colors on the sky, and then it's transition in the middle, and then it's going on the foreground. And now is the time the painting I feel like is already done, so I'm just gonna add some plants on the petals on left and right on the valley when we prepare it earlier. I'm just pushing around with the palette knife. Grow up some grass, you know. Just pushing up. Damage the paper pretty much. As you can see now, the sky was like kind of busy in the beginning, but now it's disappeared because it's blending with the orange on the horizon, and that is because the foreground became very busy, so all the attention is going to be dragged there. Very fast heavy strokes so we can remove some of the paint and we can have some kind of a tall white grass with a texture on it because we're pushing so hard. In order to get this white grass like this, you really need to push the paint around, so you can do that by just fast, heavy strokes with the palette knife, using the edge of it. Maybe something more. I guess I will emphasize with the black gouache, so we can have a nice solid black next to the water, so we can see the water better. I feel like this is going to boost up the foreground. A little bit down. Maybe a little bit up, right in the horizon, so we can see the orange better. Here and there in the grass, left and right. Nothing too much at this point. I feel like the painting is almost done. Maybe some beam of lights. I don't think it's necessary. I would just emphasize the grass and that's about it. Putting more black gouache next to the white heavy lines for that grass is gonna make the contrast even more obvious. A little bit more on the horizon, some on the grass again. Maybe. Well, let's see. Let me see. Maybe some beam of lights. I like beam of lights a lot. Or just clear it up. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. It's no need. I will just clean up a little bit in the middle so we can see the river coming from the horizon way better. Yeah, that's pretty good. We have a dark, light, dark, warm, and then dark. And I can't help it. I gotta make some beam of lights. Maybe one. Maybe one more, or just one. One should be enough. Wow, one more. And two. No, one more. Three. All right, we just go for beam of lights. It is what it is. And there you go. Watercolor, abstract, landscape.